Going around our community, going around our community and making new friends, meeting people in our community, meeting people in our community and making new friends. Welcome to Community Story Time. Good morning, Henny.
Good morning, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing really well today, and you too. Good to see you as always.
I'm doing well too. I am excited about our guest today.
I am so excited again, and I'm loving this series, Community Helper Story Time, with people who come from all over in our community. And today's guest, we're going to have another one of KDL's own, and she comes all the way from Kenya. You can see it on the map there. There's Michigan. If Michigan's 12 o'clock on a clock, then you can go straight down to about 4 o'clock, and there's Kenya. And we have Christine, who is Kent District Library's Director of Fund Development, and we've seen her in the branches prior to that undertaking, but so excited to have her here, so we bring her into the studio and get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, Christine.
Good morning.
Hello, Henny. Hello, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much for being here. So, Christine, I know you've seen the show a little bit, and we always like to start with just a few pictures. So I'm going to click a few pictures on the screen here, and maybe you can just tell us what we're looking at real quick, okay?
Sure.
Actually I showed Africa on the globe and Kenya on the globe, but I'm going to zero in a little bit. So
yeah, so Kenya is part of East Africa, and it borders Uganda, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Tanzania. And we are also on the east coast of the Indian Ocean. And so our beach area, the ocean that it's on, is the Indian Ocean.
You know, that's awesome. I just learned a fact because I was not aware that Kenya was on a body of water. So thank you for that. Okay.
So this is our capital city of Nairobi. Like many capital cities, it is very busy. There are a lot of high-rise buildings. There are markets. There are restaurants. There are hotels. There are many, many cars. Nairobi's traffic is notorious. It is horrible. If you want to be at work by 8 a.m., you have to leave your house by 5:30 a.m. Like, it is horrendous going into the city. So, but it's our most vibrant city, and there you can find people from all over the country, and also tourists and visitors alike.
And some great shopping, I hear, too.
Yeah. So that's one of our shopping malls, the Two Rivers Mall. And so the last time I was home in January of 2019, I visited this mall. And the only thing that I found a little different from the malls we have here is that they had a grocery store in the mall. So that was interesting. Just from what I'm used to in America, you don't usually find a grocery store in the mall, but I can imagine how convenient that would be, that you can go to the mall, do all your regular shopping, maybe eat at a restaurant, and then finally get your groceries before you go home. I thought it was brilliant that you don't have to make 2 stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could see myself going to the grocery store and then doing a little additional shopping after that.
Absolutely. This is one of our biggest and most popular open air market. It's called the Maasai Market. By open air, I mean it's not in a building. It's just an open space where different vendors come and set up. And they sell a lot of handmade, beautiful, unique items, from baskets to rugs to jewelry to shoes and bags and you name it, clothing, sculpture, anything. There are some who are actually making the items at the market as they sell them. So it's really cool because you can sometimes watch them make the items that they're selling. And it's good because sometimes you go to markets and you don't know who made the items. So it's nice to see them actually making the items, and you know that you're supporting a local businessman or woman.
Oh, and what beautiful, vibrant colors too. My
Yes.
And here's some countryside there.
Yes, so this photo was taken at my family's farm, and the big mountain there that you can see is actually Mount Kenya. Sometimes it's very cloudy and you can barely see it. We were able to see it this go around, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mountain.
What a nice image to be able to look outside and see from your door.
Yes. That is me. This is a photo that my friend who I went home with took of me, and we were in Mombasa. So Mombasa is our coastal city. And so if you go to the beach, you're likely going to go to Mombasa. It's just not as big and busy as Nairobi, but it has all the luxuries of Nairobi with the beach. And so behind me there are the tusks that are present in downtown Mombasa. That is one of the most notable monuments in Kenya. So you'll see those on a lot of postcards and calendars and print souvenir materials that you buy in Kenya. So, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing all of those with us. Just looks like a beautiful, beautiful place.
It is.
It looks like such a beautiful country. I think I'm going to add it to my wish list of places to visit. It's gorgeous.
Please do, honey. Please do. And let me know when you're ready to go. I'll connect you with my parents. They love to play tour guide. They're retired, so
Hey,
they would love to at least help you plan your trip.
Sounds great to me. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit. We want to learn a bit more. What is the climate? What is the weather like in Kenya throughout the year?
So if you imagine like how we have different seasons in America, we have like spring, summer, fall, and winter. In Kenya and that part of the world, we have the equator, which is the line that divides our world from north and south. And so because Kenya is on the equator, which means you can actually go to a part in Kenya and take a photo at the equator, it is very hot. It means the sun is directly overhead. So we have either rainy season or hot sunny season. And so our sunny season, and it's funny because it's the opposite of our seasons here, is between December and March. It's very hot and dry. And then between March and May, we have our most rainy season. And then between May and December, it's kind of moderate climate. So I visited in January, and it was between low 80s and high 90s in temperature. Yeah.
In January, yeah.
In January, yes.
A little different than
Have you been on the equator then?
Yes, I have. In fact, I wish I would have shared a photo of me at the equator because I have one. I kind of take one every time I go. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And no matter where you go, what country at the equator, there's a lot of tourist shops because that is a tourist attraction to visit the equator. And they do different experiments. There's one they do with a matchstick on water, and they're supposed to show you how clockwise or anti-clockwise water rotates. Like, I think it's even in a toilet or something. But at the equator, it rotates the other way. So it's like a very cool, weird experiment, but it works every time, and people love to see it. And so,
I always heard that. That's really cool to verify that.
Yes.
So what tell us about the languages spoken in Kenya.
Yes. So our national languages that are spoken throughout the country are either Swahili, Kiswahili, or English. The reason our country speaks English is because we are a British colony. So in Africa, depending on who the colonizer was of different countries, you will find different European languages spoken there. So some countries may speak Portuguese, some countries may speak French, some countries may speak English. There are some uncolonized countries. So for example, Ethiopia, who is our neighbor, they were not colonized. So they do not speak a European language. If they've adopted English, it's later, but their culture as far as language is very pure.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting to think about. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you grew up speaking Swahili and English then?
Yes. So when you grow up as a child in Kenya, you speak a minimum of 3 languages. You have to speak English and Swahili in school. It's mandatory. So most instruction is in English, but you have to take a Swahili class as part of your curriculum. But you also speak your tribal language. So in Kenya, we identify by tribes. So I am from the Kikuyu tribe, so I speak the Kikuyu language at home. And if you live in Nairobi, which is a melting pot of different people, you may have friends from other tribes. So sometimes you might hear their mom yelling at them in their language, or you know how when you have friends that speak other languages, you're just curious, like what to say, how to greet people in their language. So I grew up in Nairobi, and most of my friends were not Kikuyu. So I kind of picked up greetings and small phrases in their languages. Or if you had a friend whose parents were from 2 different tribes, so they were in an intertribal family, they grow up learning even more languages.
Wow.
And you need to know your tribal language so you can speak to your grandparents, because the further away you move from Nairobi, the less English and Swahili are spoken, and you start to hear more of the tribal languages. So it was important that we are fluent in our tribal language so we can communicate with our grandparents who were still in the village.
That's fascinating. So many kids in Kenya are at least trilingual. I mean,
Correct.
like something.
Wow.
Can you teach us how to say hello in Swahili?
Yes. Yes. So hello in Swahili is jambo.
Jumbo.
Yes. And a lot of kiddos who may be watching this may be surprised. They already know some Swahili because it was spoken a lot in Lion King 1. Hakuna Matata is Swahili. It means no worries. They say it in the song, Hakuna Matata. So, yes, so you can pick up your first few Swahili words from just watching The Lion King.
Good to know. Good to know. So tell us a little bit about the food in Kenya. Do you have some favorite dishes?
Yes. So in Kenya, again, depending on what tribe your family is from, a lot of dishes come from the regions that your tribe came from. So if you come from a tribe that is close to the coast, you were fishermen. And so a lot of your dishes include seafood. If you come from a tribe that was in a landlocked area of the country, meaning there's no water around, you were farmers. So you eat more grains like beans and corn and potatoes and, vegetables and things like that. But we are big on meat. So almost every dish has to have like rice or cornmeal or something like that. But then it has to have a vegetable and definitely meat. So my favorite dish was a rice dish called pilau. And pilau has different Middle Eastern and Asian roots. Again, we have a lot of Indian inhabitants in Kenya, so a lot of our dishes have influences from the Indian people. So pilau is just like a really well-spiced rice dish. And some of those spices are like cardamom and cumin and black pepper and garlic cloves. And so it's just a very aromatic, it's very nice smelling. When you cook pilau, your house smells like it for like a day. So it makes me really homesick.
Yeah. Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
So it sounded like earlier that you were back in Kenya in 2019. That was the last time. So do you go back quite frequently, right? Because you still have family there?
Yes. So since 2016, when my parents went back to retire in Kenya, we go to Kenya at least once a year. We try, or my sister and I alternate. I'll go 1 year, she'll go another year. It's very long journey to get to Kenya. So you can't always go all the time. Like we used to see our parents almost every holiday when they lived in Florida. So now we have to plan at least 2 weeks of vacation. And again, it's a long journey. So we don't get to go all the time. And since the COVID pandemic, we haven't been back since, at least myself, since 2019 and my sister since 2018, I believe.
Wow. Yeah. Hopefully you can do something soon.
I hope so.
Yeah. So I know one of the great things to do in Kenya is to go on safari. Have you ever been on a safari?
Yes. And so safari is not something that growing up we do all the time. It's a very elite kind of outing. It's not cheap. And so not everybody has the privilege to go. Sometimes you may go to some of our animal reserves or zoos through your school with a field trip. But safari is a very touristy kind of, it's become more accessible, I believe. But when I was growing up, not everybody I knew was going on a safari. So when I last went back, I did get the luxury of going with my parents, and we had a really, really good time.
Can I show a couple pictures that you took from that safari? I think
Absolutely
would like to see those.
Absolutely. Yeah. So these are not hippos.
These are not hippos.
These are rhinoceroses.
Wow.
So when you're going on safari, it's usually a very, 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 very large park, miles and miles. So you usually drive. It's very advisable that you drive. You can only drive for safety reasons. But you're advised to go either very early in the morning or very much later in the evening, because it's very hot. And so the animals like to come out from their hiding places early in the morning to get water, and they go and hide for shade and rest during the day, and they come back later. So if you want to have a really good safari, you have to go really early. We were there by about 6 a.m. And so we were able to see a lot of beautiful animals. When you go on safari, they want you, like if you want to have a successful safari, you want to make sure you see as many of the big five as you can. So the name Big Five came from the 5 hardest animals to hunt by gamers.
Oh.
So those are the lion, the rhino, the leopard, the elephant, and the buffalo. So if you see as many of those, that means you've had a really good safari. But for me, by far, my favorite animal is the giraffe, and they were plenty. Next time you have me on, I'll bring more photos of animals.
And I like the sound of next time.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
The zebras were amazing.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
That time around, I saw a different breed of zebra, which I was told is a hybrid between a zebra and a donkey. And their stripes were not as defined, and they weren't as white. They were more brownish, like a light brown and a gray. It was a very interesting animal. I don't remember what it's called. And they have a bird area too, for people who love birds.
Yeah.
I'm not big on birds, but the people I was with that love birds, oh my gosh, endless types of birds you can see.
So exciting. So you are sharing a book that we love here at Kentwood. Greg, can you tell us a bit about it?
I will. Christine is going to read My Hair is Magic, and that is by, very appropriate today, I believe,
yes.
by M.L. Mariquin. And we have permission to share that with you today from Page Street Kids, which is a division of Macmillan. My Hair is Magic. So, Henny, would you lead us in our opening rhyme, and then we'll...
I just have to say the cover of that book is awesome.
Yes.
Right, let's get our hands out. Here we go. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Put them in your lap. Here we go. Creep them, creep them, creep them. Right up to your chin. Open your mouth. But don't let them in. All right, we're ready for you, Christine.
Okay, once again, we have Christine reading My Hair is Magic.
All right. My hair is magic. When people ask me, why is your hair so big? I ask them, why isn't yours? Oh. I don't know if you can see. Okay. My hair is big. My hair is beautiful. Big like clouds. So beautiful, it draws a crowd. My hair is magical. My hair is musical. Tresses that enchant, strands that entrance. When people ask, can I touch it? Does it feel rough? Sometimes I say, yes, and then that's enough. Sometimes I say, no, I need space. My hair needs room to grow with grace. My hair is gentle. My hair is fierce. Calm as a summer breeze, powerful as ferocious bears. My hair is soft. My hair is brave, soft as fine sand, fearless as surfers riding waves. My hair is fire. My hair is cool, hot as the desert sun, cool as winter rain. When people ask me, how do you comb all that hair? My mom answers, with tender love and care. My hair is lush. My hair is deep, rich as my ancestral roots, deep as the Caribbean Sea. People may wonder, why isn't her hair straight or in a ponytail or waves? What about twists or locks or gold beads in braids? My hair has flow, my hair has soul, rhythmic as waterfalls, warm as an embrace that consoles. My hair has power, my hair has spirit, every way I wear it. When people ask me, why is your hair so puffy, spirally, kinky, corkscrewy, messy, frizzy, curly, bouncy, big, complicated, loud, coily, fuzzy, wild, soft, twisty, stiff, messy? I say, my hair is natural. My hair is beautiful. My hair is free. And finally, my hair is me. The end.
Bravo. Bravo.
Nicely done. Such a good message.
Yes.
So we traditionally on Community Storytime share a song together, and I thought, well, why don't we do bingo today? What do you guys think about that?
I love bingo. It's one of my favorite childhood kindergarten songs. And we had a little boy in my class named Bigo. And so whenever we'd sing this song, he would not be happy because he thought we were singing about him.
Well, this could be dedicated to your young friend then.
I know.
Here
One
is
for me.
bingo. And I'm noticing when on the camera it's backwards. But
No, actually, it looks good though to us.
okay.
It looks
okay.
good.
All right. Here we go. You guys can do the actions with me. See if you remember how it goes, Christine. Here we go.
Okay.
There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, all right, here you go. You guys have to do this with me. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, here we go. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, okay, it's getting tricky. Here we go. What letter is left there, Greg?
That's a O.
All right, here we go. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh. Oh. Oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh, all right, here we go. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh. And Bingo was his name. Oh, all right.
And that one goes out to Christine's friend Bigo.
Bingo. Woohoo. That's so funny.
Oh my God, so many years ago.
Yeah.
Christine, this
Well,
was-
Christine, thank you for sharing your time with us today. And
Yeah,
we'll
we are so happy that you're part of our KDL family.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we're getting to know you better. And thanks for sharing your knowledge with us today.
Absolutely. I've had a great time. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we'll see you again. Bye, Christine.
Bye, Christine. Ah, I love this series. I love
That was so much fun. And, the perils of StreamYard, for those of you at home, we can't, there's a little delay there. So sometimes our songs are off, but we did it. And one thing I wanted to say, Miss Henny, in that Christine talked about standing on the equator, which I think is really cool. In Michigan, you probably know this, but some of you at home, we have what's called the 45th parallel up north a little bit. And you can go to the 45th parallel. And that is significant because that is exactly halfway between the equator and the North Pole.
Yeah, okay,
So,
there you go.
Great fun fact for today.
Yeah,
Well,
we are learning a lot, which I love.
We certainly are. Well, Miss Henny, once again, we will see you next week. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and have a great day.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Going around our community, going around our community and making new friends, meeting people in our community, meeting people in our community and making new friends.